Cade is doing everything and more than what he was doing last season. He's proven time and time again that he can lead this team. He's shown that he's the franchise guy. He's a superstar. He's now becoming a more nationwide name, more global name. Obviously, a Nike shoe is coming in place for him. So everything is happening for him at the right time, and he's now slowly creeping into that superstar status. So everything he's doing right now is just all a part of the recipe, so it's expected.
When Cade Cunningham went number 1 in 2021, the pitch was simple. Big guard brain, slow game down, run an offense, make everyone else look smarter. And then, Detroit happened. Injuries, losing, more losing. A losing streak so nasty it started feeling like a social experiment. In the 2023-24 season, the Detroit Pistons posted the worst record in franchise history at 14-68. They suffered a 28-game losing streak, an NBA record. That's not young team growing pains. That's the NBA putting you in timeout. It was so bad, they fired head coach Monty Williams after just one dismal year. So yeah, when you hear Cade MVP talk now, your first instinct is to roll your eyes. I get it. We've all seen the fake rise before. Bad team wins a few games. Suddenly, every young scorer is next up. But this is different. Because as of late January 2026, Detroit is sitting at 32-10. Holding the top spot in the East. This is the latest point in a season they've been first since 2005, the year they reached the finals. The league isn't laughing anymore. They're adjusting.
What will Atlanta do?
Pistons by 2, Cade to the basket, reverses, he hits it!
Cade is putting up 26.7 points and 9.8 assists a game while carrying a massive load of 35.6 minutes per night. He currently ranks second in the NBA in total assists, trailing only Nikola Jokic. He isn't just producing. He has a plus 9.9 on-off net rating. When he's on the floor, Detroit is a juggernaut. When he sits, they feel the weight of a team that used to be a punchline. Let's rewind for a second, because the story makes the leap hit harder. But before we start, if you love basketball and you're one of the 90% who watch without subscribing, it's time to join the NBA Inside family. Click it and let's live this season together. Cade gets drafted into a rebuild that was supposed to be clean. Instead, it turned into rock bottom with bright arena lights. He barely got to enjoy being the top pick before his body started tapping him on the shoulder. Year 2, he basically disappears. Year 3, he's back and the whole season feels cursed. You could see it on his face on some nights. The tired look, the what else do you want me to do look. And I remember people saying stuff like, he's not a winner, or he's too slow, or my favorite, he doesn't have that dog. Which is always hilarious to me because that dog is apparently measured by how many dunks you get on TikTok. Meanwhile, Cade was out there trying to run a real offense with a roster still learning what a tag is on defense. Through all of it, he didn't do the easy thing. Even during that 28-game nightmare, Cade was showing you who he was. He erupted for 43-point and 41-point games during the streak, averaging nearly 8 assists while the world was falling down around him. He didn't stop passing. He didn't hunt empty stats. He took the hits. And now you're seeing why.
Prettiest with Paul Reed, but every time he goes in, man, it's effective. Bucket and the foul.
The version of Cade we're getting this season looks like the final form of what scouts promised back in 2021. Not flashy, not loud, just unavoidable. Right now, Cade is reading defenses like a menu. He's not guessing. He's making the pass that makes the defense feel stupid. He'll come off a screen and pause for half a beat. Not because he's slow, but because he's waiting for you to make the first mistake. And the scary part is, he's doing this while Detroit has turned into a defense-first team. This is where I need you to lock in, because this is the twist people are not ready for. Detroit isn't winning because Cade is scoring. Detroit is winning because Cade is running a team that finally has an identity. Their defense is legit this season, second best defensive rating in the league. So when you see Cade's numbers now, you can't do the old good stats bad team thing. That excuse is gone. This is not Detroit losing 122 to 118 every night. This is Detroit getting stops. controlling pace, and then letting Cade decide how the game ends. And boy does he decide. Cade has tallied 98 clutch points, placing him top 2 in the NBA, while shooting a blistering 50% from the field in clutch situations. He's currently the favorite for Clutch Player of the Year with plus 225 odds. He's actually edging out Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in several clutch efficiency metrics. When the game slows down, Cade speeds up his brain. He has an improved fourth quarter field goal percentage, averaging 7.9 points in the final frame alone. Now let's talk about what actually changed. For years, Detroit felt like a team trying to find itself while asking Cade to be the only adult in the room. That's a terrible combo. Now the roster makes more sense. The spacing makes more sense. The roles make more sense with guys like Jalen Duren at the rim, Tobias Harris providing veteran scoring, and Ausar Thompson locking up wings. Cade does this thing that great primary creators do. He eats without taking food off your plate. Bigs get easy touches. Shooters like Duncan Robinson get clean looks. Wings don't have to dribble into trouble to feel involved. It's not your turn, my turn. It's we're running something real.
Clock at 10. Cade to the foul line. Fires, fills it up.
And Cade's style is perfect for that because he doesn't panic. If the first option isn't there, he doesn't force it. He resets. He drags you into another action. He keeps it moving until someone breaks. And once the defense breaks, he punishes it immediately. Also, Cade is stronger now. Functional stronger. He absorbs contact better. He holds his line. He gets to his spots without getting bumped off course. He's not trying to be the fastest guard in the league. He's trying to get you leaning the wrong way. He's trying to make you guard two things at once, then picking the wrong one. That's why the MVP odds, plus 800, started climbing. Now he likely won't win it. Not with Nikola Jokic putting up historic efficiency and Shai leading a powerhouse in OKC. But the fact that he's third in this race tells you everything. The conversation is no longer a joke. Now I want to go back to the lowest point for a second, because it explains why this version of Cade doesn't look fragile. That 14-68 season could have ruined him. It ruins a lot of guys. You start questioning your game. You start pressing. Cade didn't do that. He took the ugly reps. And those reps matter because you can't fake comfort in chaos. You can't fake calm when the building is tense. So now when Detroit gets into tight games, he doesn't look new to it. He looks like he's been waiting for it. There's a look teams get when they realize the fourth quarter is about to turn into a mass problem. They're up 3. Crowd is loud. They think they're safe, then Cade walks the ball up like he's carrying groceries. No rush, no stress, and somehow the possession ends with a clean look. Not a bailout, a clean look. That's the repeatability. That's what separates real stars from hot streak guys. A 6'6" guard who can score and is second in the NBA in assists is a problem. You don't need to jump over the backboard to be unguardable. You just need to make the defense wrong every possession. Now here's the part I think is gonna decide how high this goes. The 3 ball. Cade doesn't need to be Steph. If he becomes even slightly more efficient from deep, you're forcing teams into an impossible choice. Go under screens and give him rhythm threes, or go over and let him get downhill into the help where he's already reading the tag. There isn't a clean answer. That's why the vibe has changed. Detroit isn't a cute story anymore. They're the team you don't want to see if you're a contender who relies on sloppy offense, because Detroit can actually guard. Second in defensive rating is not a fluke, and when you pair real defense with a big creator who can control pace, you get something that travels. That's the playoff formula. So here's where I'm at with Cade. I'm not saying he's the best player in the world, but I am saying this: the production is elite. The playmaking is elite, and the team context is finally real. 26.7 points and 9.8 assists is already star territory. Doing it while leading the East and playing top 2 defense is the difference between a nice season and, oh, we have a problem. So, let me ask you, are you buying the Cade leap as a real MVP level arrival? Or do you still need to see it in the playoff series before you go there? And if you're a team in the East, be honest, because I don't. Now with Cade playing chess and the Pistons playing defense like it's 2005 all over again. Drop your take below.